So in this lesson, you're going to look at how you can apply the order of operations. So how do I apply the order of operations? First of all, the order of operations is used because it tells us in which order we can evaluate our expressions. Which operations do we do first? So if you can remember from last year, we remembered the order of operations by using "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." Meaning the P is for the parentheses, that everything in the parentheses will be done first. Then if we have any exponents, we'll evaluate the exponents. And then multiplication and division. Multiplication does not necessarily come before division, and vice versa. It's whatever comes first in your problem. You're going to do the multiplication and division from left to right. And then same thing with the addition and subtraction. You don't necessarily add before you subtract. It's whatever comes first in your problem. You're evaluating the addition and subtraction parts from left to right. All right, so how do I apply the order of operations? So let's see here. I've got 24 plus 4 times 3 plus 1. So first of all, do I have anything in the parentheses? And I have 3 plus 1, so I'm going to evaluate that first. And 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So now it's always a good idea to rewrite your problem and clean it up between the steps. Now I'm going to see, do I have any exponents? No, I do not have any exponents. Now let's move on to multiplication and division. Do I have any multiplication and division? Yeah, 4 times 4. So I'll evaluate that first. I'm going to take this as times 6 is equal to 16 plus 24. So now in the end here, I'll take 24 plus 16, and that is going to be equal to 40. All right, so let's go ahead and evaluate this next one. Well, it looks like I have 2 sets of parentheses here. And so I'm going to evaluate the part that is in the furthest on the inside. So I'll evaluate this part right here first. So I'm going to take 4 minus 8, and I'm going to have a negative 4. Now again, it's always a really good idea to rewrite and clean up your problem. I know it takes a little bit of extra time, but it will in the end help you out. All right, so now I still have stuff that are inside my parentheses. And so I need to look at, do I have any exponents? No. Do I have any multiplication or division? Well, yeah. Whenever you have a number right next to a parenthesis, remember that means to multiply. So I've got negative 3 times negative 4. That's going to give me a positive 12. So when I go and rewrite this, I'm going to have 2 plus 12. And I'm going to rewrite the parentheses here again. All right. Still not done. 2 plus 12 is 14. All right, now I don't have any exponents, so do I have any multiplication or division within this problem? Well, yeah, 2 times 14, so I'm going to do that first, 28, plus 2, and that's going to give me a total of, now I can go from left to right, I got 2 plus 28, which is going to give me 30. All right, let's do our next one. Do I have anything in my parentheses? Yep, so we're going to start there. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Now let's take a look. Do you have any exponents? Yep, I have to take care of my exponents. I've got 5 then to the second power, which is 5 times 5. So I'm going to have 3 times 25. And now I can just simplify it there. 3 times 25, and that's going to give me a total of 75. All right, so evaluate 3 squared minus 1 all over 3 plus 3. For problems like this, you need to think about this, or just go ahead and put the parentheses around them, because you need to evaluate everything on the top before evaluating everything on the bottom. And it's especially important if you're plugging a problem like this into your calculator that you press the equal sign before you would go on and divide by what you have on the bottom. So I think it's best to just evaluate everything on the top and then evaluate everything on the bottom, and then you can divide them. So I'm going to take 3 squared, which is 9, minus 1 all over 3 plus 3, which is 6. Let's finish simplifying. I've got 8 all over 6. So now I'm going to take 8 divided by 6, and I'm going to have 1.3 repeating for my answer. All right, for our next one, we're going to go ahead and evaluate the expression when n is equal to 7. So let's go ahead and I'm going to plug in n is equal to 7. I'm going to take 4 times 7 minus 12. And again, we always follow the order of operations. I don't have any parentheses. I don't have any exponents, but I do have multiplication and division, so I need to apply that first. I've got 4 times 7, which is 28, and then I'm going to subtract 12. So I'll take 28 minus 12, and I'm going to have 16. All right, so we've got 9x plus 4 all over 3x plus 1 when x is equal to 7. Let's go ahead and we're going to plug in the 7 wherever we see x. So I've got 9 times 7 plus 4 all over 3 times 7 plus 1. And again, like the previous problem, when you've got it as a fraction, evaluate everything on the top before doing everything on the bottom. So, or do them separately. So I've got 9 times 7. We want to start there because multiplication comes before addition and subtraction. So I'm going to have 9 times 7 is 63 plus 4 all over 21 plus 1. So I'll take my 63 plus 4, and that's going to give me 67. Again, so I'm doing everything on the top first. And 21 plus 1 is 22. So now I can take and I can divide them. I've got 67 divided by 22, and I'm going to end up with a decimal, which is 3.045, and then that decimal ends up repeating itself. So in this lesson, we looked at how to apply the order of operations.